Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel, Planning with Bree. I'm Bree, and today we are going to be doing my weekly spreads for August. Right now I'm showing you guys the insert that I did for my ABC journaling. I did a video on this spread and I will link it above in the cards. I will also link the my video above for the August plan with me, which I'm flipping through right now. My theme for August is based off of the book that I'm reading. I'm reading the book Memphis, so it's pretty much based on my grandmama's house. The first picture that you guys saw, my cover page, I drew that based on my grandma's house and how it looks. She used to sit out on the porch and just smoke her cigarette and just watch the cars go by all day, basically. So I wanted to pay homage to my grandma. So the rest of it is basically based on music. There's a quote that this guy who wasn't from Memphis, he said that there was always music playing in Memphis. He thought that that was pretty cool since he wasn't from Memphis. He wasn't from the South at all, and he just took note of that. So my entire theme is basically based around Memphis, music, and then I also threw in some hummingbirds, as well as, what are the hibiscus flowers? I almost forgot what those are called. So right now I am going to set up week 1. I am doing a little bit of collaging. I have been collaging. I've created a spread in this bullet journal, or my last bullet journal, about every single day. So this bullet journal is getting pretty thick, and I don't mind that. I'm probably going to have to buy another journal for the rest of the year, but as long as I can get 3 months in this one, I'm fine. I'll be okay. So as you guys can see, I did cut out 6 rectangles for the no, those 7, sorry, I can't count. I cut out 7 rectangles for the 7 days of the first week. I'm doing a little bit of that collage in the top left hand corner with some scraps I had left over from the insert that I did. I made an envelope out of that page with the music notes on it, and that is some scraps I have from that. I also used some craft paper and those post-it notes that I love, the brown post-it notes that are lined. I love those, and I use those a lot. Now the tan scrap paper, I actually got those from my mama. I think she gave those to me in like this big box of papers, and she said like back in the day they used to print their resumes on those, you know, when you're going job interviews and stuff like that. So she had some left over and she gave me this huge box, so I've been using that. I use it on my cover page, and I've been using it in a lot of spreads. So this next page, I am going to draw out 6 different squares. I believe these squares are 10 by 10 maybe. And these squares are going to be like album covers. Now for album covers of records, usually the cover is basically the album itself. But since I'm going to be using these to write in every single day, I didn't want there to be too much going on. I didn't want there to be not enough space for me to write. So I am just drawing out some of these leaves that I drew all throughout my August spread. And then I am going to use this black paper. I actually have this black paper left over from March when I did my March plan with me. And I just cut out some discs to look like records. So I'm going to cut them in half to make them look like they're peeking out of the album cover. I even cut one in like an oval shape to make it look like it's completely out of the album cover and just kind of laying down outside of the cover itself. So after I cut all of these out and kind of put them where I want them, I am going to glue them down. I really love this black paper. I need to go back to Michael's and get some more because it is very, very black. It's almost a matte texture, or it actually is a matte texture. So it's a very stark black in contrast to the white gel pen that I'm using to create the middle of the record. So I really, really like this black paper, and it's thick, kind of like cardstock. So it's very durable, and so I am going to put some details on these records by coloring in that white space in the middle of the vinyl. And then I'm going to add a little bit of detail, like to make it kind of look shiny. You know how when something looks shiny, it has like a big white spot on it. I hope you guys know what I'm referring to, but I'm gonna add some details there, and then I'm going to do the background. So for the background of a few of my pages, I use like a swirly music notes basically. So I'm just going to loosely draw some music notes all throughout the background of this page. And then I'm going to finish it up, and we'll be on to the next page. Okay, so I'm just finishing this page off with some washi tape. I did get this washi tape from Michael's. If I can find it, I'll link it down below in the description box. But I have noticed that with myself and washi tape, one thing that I've noticed is that I really, really like either the really thin washi tape or the really thick washi tape. If you guys know, if you've seen any of my previous videos, you know that I have not been getting along with washi tape for like a year and a half now. So I finally discovered that I like the really thin washi tape, and some of the regular thickness washi tape I cut in half, which is what I did for my cover page. When I used the yellow washi tape, I cut that in half. So this page is week 3, and it is very, very simple. I'm just drawing some very, very large music notes, and these circles are going to be the days that I write in. I guess it's a fine time to mention that I use my bullet journal as like a journal, as an actual journal. So I use this to write how I'm feeling every day, things that go on in every day, you know, use it as basically a structured diary. And then I do my ABC journaling, which I have a whole video about that I linked at the beginning. I have a whole video about the ABC journaling and how I use that format in my journal. So I'm just going to use my stamps. I haven't used my stamps in a long time in my journal, and I thought this was a great time to use them. I realized that I don't use stamps because they take a while, but I love how that page turned out. And now we are on to week 4. Week 4, I am going to basically kind of do what I did for week 1. I'm going to create a collage in the top left-hand corner, and then I'm going to use that same scrap paper that I used earlier. I'm just going to do a horizontal layout instead of a vertical layout. So I am going to have 7 rectangles. They're all about 8 or 10 grid spaces wide, and then they're the length of my bullet journal, like the entire length of my bullet journal. So I am doing kind of a very similar spread at the top. I'm also going to use this sticky notes paper. I'm going to cut that up into some squares, and I'm going to also use those in the collage up top. I really am working on my collaging, I guess, techniques. So with collaging, I also realized that I like a clean border around my pages. So I like some straight edges, and then I also like some pages that have the ripped, torn look. So I do both. I make sure I have some straight edges because I like the clean straight edge look. And then I also do some pieces that are kind of torn and ripped apart. So for the 7 days, I am going back and forth between that light tan paper and this dark tan craft paper that I've been using. And I'm just going to lay those out in the long rectangles. I'm going to glue those down, and then I'm going to stamp in the days. So after I do that, I'm going to add some gold washi tape just as a little bit of an accent. Y'all, I'm getting the hang of washi tape. Yes, I'm so excited. But after that, I'm done. So let's do a final flip through of August. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, you can find the setup of the August pages on my channel, except that page right there, that all black and white page. I did that by myself one day. Like I said, I've just really been loving to collage. But everything else you can find on my page. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope to see you back soon for another video. Thank you for watching and have a beautiful day. Bye.